Are we going with head juice?
Yeah, for now, anyway.
Head juice.
Yeah, right. So try not to like rustle in
I
your
know,
chair too much.
That's why I'm trying
Try
to
not to
like
move. Try not to move.
for like 2 hours straight, just like. Wait, there's a cushion behind me, and I'm about to lose it. I'm trying to get comfy for this, okay?
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the Head Juice podcast. I'm gonna try and cut out as much of the dead space as possible.
Oh, wait, obviously, or just leave it.
Just leave it in. Could do, but like,
No.
I don't even want to listen to this edit.
No, you don't. You cut that shit out.
I'm Kahar.
I'm Michael.
Alright, so this is maybe our 5th to 6th attempt at doing a podcast, recording a podcast even.
Yeah.
They're all terrible.
Yes, this is.
Like, the only one I uploaded was like 20 minutes long but it was an hour of recording, but the mic fucked up and then we lost half of it. But I listened to that back and not good. And then I haven't found any of the old recordings we used to do.
Yeah.
Or used to try to do. I don't think we even finished one.
No.
I think we always started it and then we're like, this is bad.
Yeah, it's not working out.
And then stopped it. And I can remember things we've said and things we were trying to do, and it was just not working out.
No.
So I think we're at a stage now where while we don't know how to do a podcast, clearly we're recording this on a blue snowball of all things.
Yeah.
We have more of an idea of what not to do. Like, we're getting close to narrowing it down. You know what I mean? Like, we've fucked up in all these different ways, and it's like, well, I mean, how much more fuck ups can we do?
A lot.
I mean, there's a long list,
A lot.
but I think we're about a third of the way through.
No, yeah.
So we're trying to do this properly this time, but we're powering through.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be terrible. This is the bad episode,
Yeah.
and then the next one's bad too, but maybe just a little bit less bad. But I need a new chair.
You just stand the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Your legs would get. No, don't stand.
I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
I'll be too far away from the mic. Hold on, I'm trying to get back on track now. So alright, why? There's a lot of podcasts that get made, and very few of them are worth listening to, including this one. It's not worth listening to. No, turn off now, please. Or stay. But I mean, give us money first, and then fuck off. But
If you pay us, we'll leave you alone.
We'll leave you alone. We'll try and leave you alone. I can't promise anything. I don't know. Alright, here's one mistake, right? Right, this podcast is just going to be about making mistakes. This is all it is. We're very anxious in front of the microphone, or at least I am.
No, yeah, for sure.
But,
it's like when you've a camera voice and a microphone voice, where it's like,
I don't have either voice.
Ha 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 ha. Good joke, fellow comrade.
What we're going to be discussing today is mistakes we've made trying to do podcasts, and sharing our 5-year journey trying to actually do one or finish one even. But we made a few mistakes already, which is why there's like a jarring cut.
Yeah.
You probably already heard the jarring cut.
Yeah.
That's because we started talking with no direction, or we just our brains just floated off and we started talking shit. But we're going to try and stay on focus. Or stay on topic. Stay on focus. Stay on topic. So our first podcast, I don't know if you remember this, but I sure as fuck remember this.
I remember, was it us filming in the garage with the
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah.
I briefly remembered, yeah.
Our first podcast was recorded using an onboard microphone on a DSLR.
Yeah. Shocker, it didn't work out.
Oh, I maybe have it somewhere, but
you need to look for
I
it.
don't want to listen to it. I don't want to
Oh,
find
no,
it.
I don't want to. I don't want to know either. I don't No.
It was really bad. I don't remember what we talked about, but I just remember
Cringing.
absolute shit.
Yeah.
I remember, like, when we were speaking, I was like, I'm not uploading this. I'm
No.
not doing anything.
I don't think we finished. I think we got so far, and it was just a like.
We always
don't
like
stop.
we always stop and be like, right, we're gonna take a break
Yeah,
and see if we can come back to this and make it better. But then we never come back to
it's
it.
like 9 hours later.
It's like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore. It
Yeah.
wasn't working out. But we're sticking with this one. The one I uploaded.
Yeah,
I think that's the only one we actually finished.
yeah, and half of it was lost.
Half of it was lost, so it just stops.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was recorded with a blue snowball as well, but in a wide, airy,
Oh,
crafty room.
like-
4 people surrounding this one microphone, so noise coming from all directions.
Yeah.
And it was just 4 people talking over each other. It wasn't good.
Yeah, no one's gonna like you. You wouldn't listen to it. I wouldn't listen to
I
it.
wouldn't listen to
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So mistake number 1: record it with an onboard microphone. Solution: buy a microphone, even if it's a blue snowball. Just
Yeah, you're better with the mic.
buy a microphone.
Yeah,
Even a lavalier would maybe work. Get 2 lavaliers, job done.
there you go.
But
Not an onboard microphone.
No, never use the onboard microphone for anything other than syncing up audio from another microphone.
No.
That's a filmmaker tip for you.
Yeah.
I don't have many of those because I'm not a filmmaker. Right, the second attempt.
This I don't. I remember the first. I remember the last. I don't remember the in between.
I think the second one was in my dorm in university. It was in my
Yeah.
dorm. Remember, I moved into a dorm in university in my first year, but it was like a temporary room until they found me a proper room to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in that room for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I moved around Halloween. We tried to record one there. Do not remember anything about it.
I don't. Even
I'm actually super curious to hear it.
That's what I mean. I
just
don't
'cause I'm
remember
like-
this happening.
It happened, trust me. Because we gave up and then we were like, let's go get McDonald's. Let's go get a big tasty.
That's a big tasty.
A big tasty.
That sounds believable. Yeah.
And then we never got back to it because we were like, fucking, I just want to eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we did the rest of that day. I think we went to yours then.
I don't remember this day, so
It happened, trust me.
no, I believe you.
My memory's terrible, so you should trust me.
Right.
It's either I remember something very specific or I remember nothing at all. I never have a fake memory. It's always yes or no. Step number 2, finish your podcast.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's bad, power through.
It's got to be bad before it's good.
Yeah. Now we say that now, but like,
This is still bad.
This is the first attempt at this new one.
Yeah.
I hope I can speak and pronounce things more clearly. Like, this is also like speech therapy for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, I hate the sound of my own voice, and it's something like I don't speak much because of it. It's like I can hear myself. I don't want anyone else to hear this. So I'm trying to build up that confidence. Michael's just here for the ride.
Yeah. That's kind of my existence. I'm like, sure, I'll join
What's
in.
happening over here?
What's going on? This seems interesting.
What's up here? What's the crack? Yeah, that's 2 big bits of advice. Finish the podcast. Don't use an onboard microphone. Also, don't force yourself to be interesting. We probably shouldn't be saying this yet because I feel like this is like counting your chickens before you hatch. So this might not work out for us. But
You know,
if you're still listening, join us on this journey to be less embarrassing
yeah.
and see how far it goes. Do you think this whole thing is just an ego-driven thing? Like, are we more ego-driven than we think? That we're like, yeah, let's make a podcast.
Podcast.
Let's
Yeah.
make YouTube videos. Let's get out there. Let's just be seen.
I think.
But at the same time, I think I'm like that, but then I don't want to be heard.
No, I know what you mean.
I don't want to be recognized.
I don't know. Is it an ego thing or is it a thing where you just want one validation, but also you want some attention?
Yes. Yes to
Yeah.
both. I think that, yeah.
Like a part of it, I do see a part of it being ego based in the sense of, I think I'm a funny guy, and it's like,
I'm only funny when I don't mean to be. I'm only funny when I'm being serious.
yeah,
No, I think that's too real. I think maybe some of the more successful people are they're more driven by validation, and maybe they want some attention.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe not too much, because the thought of people recognizing me on the street
No, I
scares
don't
the
want.
fuck out of me.
No.
Like, I don't like being even around, like, I don't even like going out locally, just because it's like, I don't want to be recognized.
See, when you meet someone that like you knew from when you were like
In school.
but I'm even talking primary school, so you're like, you knew them when you were 8. If I meet them now, my heart starts like pounding, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to talk to you. Can I run away?
I wouldn't even recognize anyone
Oh, I would.
from primary. I think I'd be like, who the fuck are you?
And
Like, I'd be stressed trying to
Yeah.
remember their name, trying to be like, oh fuck, fucking, what's your fucking name? Fucking, I don't fucking know. I'm walking away.
no. The whole time you're being you're just backing
You're
away,
backing up,
and they're like following after you, and you're like, I just
No, they're not even following. They're just staring at you. It's like you're backing off into a crowd.
like
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
sorry. And you're like,
is it? And then like people, like the crowd closes over, so you like disappear.
but no, there's only a couple of people in my primary school, so I remember everyone, and I said that in the sense of like, everyone was nice. Like, I remember but I mean primary school, the people in my class were nice. When I like
You're
think,
lucky.
yeah, whenever I think back to the other kids, because there was only like 8 boys, it was like everyone was quite friendly to each other and stuff. So whenever I meet them now, it's not as if I don't have an issue with anybody. It's just more of a anxiety attack of like, you don't know current me, you know
the old bad me.
the old annoying me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't deal with it.
I feel that way around relatives as well.
Oh,
like, I cannot be around a group of relatives, especially one like
oh,
if I've spoke to them in the last like year or two.
yeah.
Sure. If I haven't spoken to them in like 5 years, it's like, nah, I can't do it.
No, I know what you mean.
Nah, I like to think I'm a very different person than I was back then.
Oh, same.
But then sometimes they just won't care. They'll just still think of you as that.
They'll treat like
Or
someone.
treat you, yeah. Like,
Someone could be a couple of years older than you, but then treat you as if you're still a child, and you're like, we're both out of school.
we're both out of school.
Like, what the fuck? What's up? What's your problem? Or that awkward situation when you're left to somebody, and you're related, but you have nothing in common, so it's just dead
Also,
silence
most
and
of my
awkwardness.
relatives.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like you're just looking at each other, and then you look at the ground, and you're like, both parties are like, I've nothing to say to you. I've nothing to say.
Other than being related, we would never be in the same room together if we weren't related.
No, I know, and it's like,
So I'm going to be cutting this podcast down quite a bit.
oh yeah,
What you're not listening to is the long periods of dead silence as we like try to think about where we're going next, because we're trying to not have this be completely aimless, but it's going to be a bit aimless.
We'll figure it out eventually, I hope.
Like, we don't really even have a theme.
No,
Do we need a theme? It's just us talking about shit we like, really.
I suppose that is the theme of like, yeah, what the podcast as a whole would be.
Yeah, I think I used to get on with my cousins well enough when I was wee, for the most part. But like, my cousins are the ones that got me into like games and shit. Like, I didn't have a PlayStation, but all my cousins had like a PlayStation 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's how I like played shit like Crash Bandicoot and all that.
See, that's weird, because I feel like whenever I was young with cousins, it's not that I didn't get on with them, but there's more so nothing to talk about. But if I see some of them now, or most of them now, it is more of a mutual kind of, we're both adults. There's a couple where it's a bit like, they treat me like a child. It's like, yo, you're like 2 years older.
Mm.
But no, I didn't have that in the sense of getting into games and stuff through cousins, because I got into games through friends. A little
You
bit.
have friends?
Well, I have one friend at a time, but like a friend in primary school got me into games a bit whenever I went to his a couple times. Then obviously I met you, and it just kind of really opened the door where it was like,
Really?
no, like I didn't really play games because in my house there was no consoles. There was no talk of it. There was none of it.
Did I get you into games? Like
I w-
heavily?
I think right. I was into games where I had a passing like, oh, I'll play it, and I think I eventually got a console. I can't mind what it would have been, but then obviously from like us hanging out and stuff that we actually talked about, we talked about games, we talked about cartoons, we talked about films, like we always do, but it really opened the door for me anyway.
Didn't realize that.
No, because like, I mean, even think about it, I'm the only one in the house that like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm the only one in the house that watches and plays this shit. So like,
Well, I'm sorry.
you ruined me, Garrett.
Well, even that, like, when I say got me into games, I mean like they'd play like Crash or whatever, but also it was mostly FIFA. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
Like there was one other cousin that would play something like Weebish.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there was a cousin that got me into Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
For the most part, it was like, well, it wasn't always like FIFA. It was like Simpsons Hit and Run,
Mhm.
GTA and stuff like that. But like Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 1 even.
No.
Um,
Like, see, in terms of that, like, I think the problem was whenever I was wee, my cousins that did play games and stuff were considerably older than me. So there was too big an age gap where, like, why would a 16-year-old want to, like, talk to whatever fucking age I was, but I was a kid, essentially.
yeah.
It was just always awkward. No, Halo 3, that's the first game, because I used to play it at my friend's house all the time, and then eventually I got an Xbox and played, I think my first game was Halo ODST, and then I got Halo 3.
So you got the wrong Halo.
I got it the wrong way around. You can imagine being confused, being like, why am I not Master Chief? What's different? What is ODST?
Why is the multiplayer not here?
Yeah, why is this all wrong? But like, I grew to learn. I was stupid.
To be fair, I was always very confused as to what ODST was until I got it.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was like a side thing.
Imagine starting off with it, like...
Is this what Halo is?
No, but I knew that wasn't Halo, because I had played Halo 3 at my friend's,
Yeah.
and I was like, what's different?
That reminds me of one Christmas I asked for Simpsons Hit and Run and got Road Rage instead, the Chrissy Taxi clone. I was like, what? Why can I not get out of the car?
No.
Then I got addicted to it, so it doesn't matter.
See, it was the Xbox 360 that I really started playing games. I finally got a PS2, but because I didn't talk to anybody about the PS2 because we hadn't met at this point, so I didn't know any of the good games or anything.
Really? No one you knew
No
played PS2?
one. No, they did, but like,
Or did they move on to Xbox?
I think they must have moved on to Xbox at that point or something. Whenever I got a PS2, I don't really know why, because there was people in my class and stuff that definitely had PS2s. But my first game was Shadow the Hedgehog and Destruction Derby. No, I think I had a PS1 game of Destruction Derby.
No, that's the PS1 game.
Yeah. Well, I had that, and
How the fuck?
I don't know, but like yeah, that was like oh, this is what games are.
Oh,
Like, this is what they are.
Oh, that's not a good first impression.
No, that's
a
what I mean.
really bad first impression.
And
I say that, but like I used to love that fucking game.
No, that's it. Well,
When
I
I was
didn't
wee.
even understand how to play a game. It's the same with whenever I give my brother the controller, because he doesn't really play games. He struggles to move the camera and the stick at the same time.
I was like that for the longest time.
Yeah, that's what it means. Like,
I didn't snap out of that until I played Halo. Like until I got the Xbox and
Yeah.
with Halo,
mm,
because that's the first person shooter I played by myself.
no.
It's a great game. But Shadow, welcome to games.
Welcome to games.
Cartoon Hedgehog with an AK-47 playing Linkin Park,
Oh my god.
rocking down on the highway in his fucking
See, I know
his hog.
it's weird that it's like I remember what.
Hog as in bike, not He's not on top of Sonic.
Do you know the?
But you can find that on Google Images if you want.
Do you know the fucking the opening cinematic?
Yeah.
I remember as a kid. I can't remember what age it was, but I was young. I need to stress I was young.
No, I think I know where you're going.
But it's just like I was watching it, being like, "Fuck yeah, this is fucking tight. This is fucking tight. Fuck Sonic, little blue ass bitch." Like that's what I thought. And obviously,
Shadow's so fucking cool. He can do explosions.
chaos control.
He shoots soldiers. He's a badass. He doesn't play by no rules.
No. But
No, I
like,
was just fucking. I was the same. I was like, oh, this is so cool. See, it's not just for kids. I'm a big kid now.
this is a mature story for a big boy.
Big boy.
It's like, oh, do you want to come in and watch The Simpsons? No, I'm playing Shadow.
Tip it for me.
No,
I'll
yeah,
watch
tape
it
it for me.
later.
Because I'd never played a game before, I was bad at it, so I never finished it because I couldn't figure out how to play the game.
Well, you never finished it.
Never finished
Oh
it.
man, if I was streaming, I'd get you on and
And
we'd
we-
play.
We've played it a couple of times together, but we've never finished it.
Yeah, we tried recording like a let's play type
Yeah.
thing off it, but then the computer died, and then we lost everything
Yeah.
except for the audio.
And I was like, well,
It's like, well, and I'm so annoyed because that was like an hour, because we got a lot of genuine like first reactions.
oh yeah, because we
that was our
forgot
first
a
time.
lot of it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
our first time playing that, and so
And then it was
long.
like the thought of having to play it again,
And then fake reactions.
being
It was
like,
just
oh.
like, nah.
trying to remember jokes that you said. And
We were laughing pretty hard at the opening.
Oh my god, yeah.
Voice crack. Pretty hard at the opening.
Yeah.
Because it's just so try hard.
Yeah.
Mid 2000s edge.
You're like, fuck.
But like we couldn't just like fake do that.
No.
Like that
No,
wouldn't
you.
work.
No, and that, and like, I'm speaking for myself. You just feel bored. You just be like, oh, I just did this.
Yeah, it's like I don't even like. Do I just say what I already said again? I don't want to do that.
No.
No, that's okay. But so then, what was the first game you finished?
See, that's a good question because I don't.
Did you never play like Crash on the PS1? Did you?
No.
Have you ever played a PS1 before that point?
Yes. Because I feel like we had I feel like we got a PS1 at one point, or someone gave us a PS1 at some point, and that's probably how I had Destruction Derby. And I feel like see, I can't even remember. Like, I don't know what the first game is that I finished, because I'm talking about PS2 games that I played a lot, where I was like, oh, I'll actually, keep going back to this, was Burnout 3,
That's a good one.
The Simpsons Hit and Run.
I'll talk about that one there.
Yeah.
Got things to say about that one.
And I can't remember any other game, but with Burnout 3, I played that shit religiously. I fucking loved Burnout 3.
See, I borrowed it off a friend. It's Burnout 2 I have the most experience with.
Yeah.
But no, Burnout 3 is fucking
Is
class.
I would love a new Burnout, but like,
Did you finish it? Can you finish it?
I don't think so.
I think you can just unlock everything and that's
Pretty much it.
it.
I don't remember doing that. I remember doing it. I unlocked a shit ton of it, a lot of it, and then something happened where my memory card got wiped, and then I lost it all. And then it was the thought of having to unlock it all over again, where I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it again.
Cheats. There no cheats?
There could be, but this is a point in my life where I didn't understand the internet.
No, but did you never get one of them like magazines with the wee cheat books?
No.
Jesus.
I grew up.
It's so mad to think though that there's like a whole, I don't want to say culture.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a culture, I guess.
I
don't want to say you've missed a whole era of gamer culture. I don't want to say that, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. You missed that whole thing.
I understand.
That's
I know.
insane.
Yeah, but we just didn't really buy magazines because a lot of the thing was my mum would be like, I'll buy you a book, but she wouldn't buy a comic or a magazine. And then because I only wanted to read comics or magazines as a kid, I was like, well then, guess you ain't buying me shit.
So did you not read the Beano or the Dandy? That makes us sound older than we are because I don't think anyone under the age of 20 knows what the fuck that is.
I read a couple of them. I think I read a couple.
You used to get them every week.
No.
In fairness, back then they were only like 70p, but still. you mind they were like proper like newspaper print?
Yeah.
Those were the days.
No.
It sounds like it was like 40 years ago, but it wasn't. I swear,
know.
it was only. I don't want to think
I
how many years it
don't want
was.
to think about it either.
Over 15 anyway.
I know.
No, see, I didn't get magazines or anything like that often.
Yeah.
It'd be like once in, except for the Beano.
Once on a blue moon, like.
Yeah, it was once in a blue moon.
No, so I never. I feel like if I did get those magazines, I would have been more aware of like, oh, here's other games.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go on the internet, and I don't know why, but I don't remember talking about games with friends properly. So I just never knew what oh, this is a good game. So I have no idea. That's why it's like, yes, it was definitely secondary school where like that's when I started like going on the internet more and, you know, finding out more about games, and obviously we were talking about shit and then being like, oh, there's all this other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
see, so you got an Xbox for Halo mainly?
Yeah.
See, I went with the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had this sort of, because like consoles were expensive as fuck, like, so I had my PS2 all the way up until like 2009.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
I went with the Wii because I was like, oh, I can play GameCube games. I can get GameCube games for cheap, and there's a lot of ones I really want to play, and I can download all these old retro games. Like I had it because I was stuck with an old console for so long. I had like a big interest in older games.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh yeah, the new stuff coming out is interesting and all, but it's also very expensive. And like, there's all this old shit that I just missed.
Yeah.
Or like I wasn't even born.
No.
So
Yeah.
I didn't get to experience it. So I went with the Wii for the older games.
So I think well, everybody had a Wii.
Everyone had a Wii, yeah, but like I bought it more for like actual
playing a game reasons.
Yeah,
not
Wii
this
Sports.
bullshit. We can play games and get fit.
What?
And then nobody did.
Then no one
Point one person that got fit from Wii Sports.
The Wii boxing champion.
Apart from that guy, right?
Even then, I think he just has big arms. I don't think the rest of him is. The rest of him is probably just as big. No, yeah, but what I was going to say is like I didn't, because of that, like I didn't have an Xbox when like COD 2 came out or anything like that, so I didn't really follow the trends. I was always looking at like the alternative the alternative stuff.
Yeah.
So like I was just looking for, because I was at a point where I realized just because a game looks cartoony doesn't mean it's a bad game. In fact, half the time it means it's a very good game.
Yeah.
Well, that's not why it's a very good game. What I mean is Mario Galaxy is one of the best fucking things I've ever played.
Yeah.
To this day. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna look at that type of shit. Because I might have got made fun of for liking just video games that everyone wouldn't bat an eye at now.
Yeah.
You
that's
know
the
what
difference.
I mean?
But that's because back then it was all, like, for the most part it was Call of Duty. If you weren't playing Call of Duty, it was like...
Xbox in general. Or shooting games in general, because then I got an Xbox and still got made fun of because I was playing other shit.
But even
it wasn't Call of Duty.
I wasn't allowed Call of Duty up for the first couple of years I had an Xbox.
I didn't even want it. It was like, oh, it's an army game. Just immediately, it's like, don't care.
Didn't care. No, I remember because my cousin had a PlayStation 3 and he had COD on it, and I remember him bringing it down to our granny's one time and we were playing zombies, and then being told like, oh, that's too graphic, or like my mum didn't like the idea of me playing a game of shooting other people, but she didn't mind me having a game where I shot aliens, and it was like,
fair enough,
I guess. But
Halo can be pretty cartoony.
Yeah, but
my ma would never let me get Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, same.
Like I remember really wanting Vice City.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, no, that game, I've heard bad things about that game and all that. It's like, oh. Yeah, I didn't get Vice City until like years after, and then one of my cousins was just getting rid of his PS2 and games and stuff, and I got Vice City from that, and I played it, and I was like, at this point, like I had the Wii and all, and I was just like, I didn't play it much because Even then, have you went back to the old GTAs?
No.
Fuck, they aged like milk.
Really? Yeah.
Like, I'm talking, like, this is like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even then, I was like, this is unplayable. Like, it played real bad. Should go back to them at some point.
Yeah, just for like shits and giggles.
Yeah, they need a remake. But yeah, no, I eventually did. I've played near enough all of them now. But it's weird to think there was a period where it was just like, you're not allowed.
No, I know.
It's like, fuck you.
But it's not even as if, like, with games like that, I can't remember at what point it was just not kind of thought about. Whereas, like, oh, I'll just buy, like, a GTA type game or, like, a COD type game. Whereas before, Mum would have been like, no! But I don't remember that.
Because you get to a point where it's like, oh, I can just buy the shit myself.
Oh, I mean, obviously at that point it's kind of like, I'm not a 20-year-old man being like, Mother, can I have your credit card?
Ma, buy me this game.
And she comes in and starts reading.
What is it? It's Cowboys. Oh, that sounds nice. No, this one's got murder and stuff. You're not allowed to buy this. Ooh. Fuck. I mean...
Do you wear a nice wee hat? I mean, yes, but there's more to it.
Was there a point... Because this was me with, like, Assassin's Creed 3. Because I wasn't, like, used to, like, gory games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Assassin's Creed 3, when you're hunting, there's, like, blood that splats on the screen and all, when you're, like... So, like, blood was splat on the screen. I remember just... That kind of made me feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed lets you turn that off. Lets you turn off blood.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that and played the whole game like that. It wasn't until, like, literally, like, 3 months later I seen Dread. One of the fucking goriest films I've ever seen at that point.
Yeah.
Or in my life, even. Or action films. Gory action films. And then that kind of just desensitized me to it.
Yeah, you're like,
After
alright.
that, I was like, I need more gore. And then I watched RoboCop, like the unaltered, uncensored one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Die Hard, it was the whole thing. I was like, I love this shit.
Coming from Assassin's Creed 3, you're skinning the bunny, you're like, oh no,
I don't want to see the blood.
No bunny.
Ew, blood. Ew.
That's icky.
That's icky.
That's his inside juice.
And then watching Dread with, like, people getting their fucking cheeks exploded and people getting skinned and thrown off buildings and the brains going everywhere.
And you're like, yeah!
I was like, yeah! Again.
Just like sitting with the remote, keep rewinding, and they'd be like, yes, more! But no, I was like, I was similar to a point. Like, the first time I played Call of Duty Zombies, whenever my cousin brought down his PlayStation, the first time I saw that shit, I was quite like, because I'd never seen anything like it before. I was like, ugh, ugh.
You get like this sort of like lump in the back of your throat seeing it. It's like,
But then because my cousin's like not reacting to it, I'm trying to be like, yeah, that looks really cool.
That looks really.
Here, do you want to go? No, it's not. You keep playing, okay? No, because for the most part, I didn't play games like that when I was like young. For the most part, before the PlayStation, before the consoles and stuff, I always had like handheld. Like that's mostly what I played.
Oh, why didn't you bring that up?
Because I totally I forgot until right now. Because I talking about my cousins and playing games at my granny's. I forgot about this. So right, with PlayStation 2, I didn't have any games. I didn't know what I was doing. There was a PlayStation 1 given to us. There was like I remember Destruction Derby. That was it. So we never played it. You know what I mean? Like we put it in once and was like, haha, this is fun. And then so that was it. But in terms of games, handheld, like I had a Game Boy Advance. I played the shit out of that. I had an original Nintendo DS, and I played the shit out of that.
That must be worth something at this point, because I feel like anyone that's had that has had it broken.
Mine's broken.
Never mind.
Yeah. I remember being so angry because my brother broke it, and I was like, ah. But no, so I'd go down to my granny's, and if I brought my Game Boy with me, or the DS, whatever one, then my younger cousins would be like, being like, they want to go, and I'd be like, okay. but we had a lot of toast in my granny, so their hands would be covered in butter.
Oh,
And
you like touched your Game Boy.
yeah, then you're like, I'm just watching them play it and watching the whole thing grease up and like cringing inside, being like, I want to take it off you. I want to take it off you.
I never let anyone touch my Game Boy.
No, it was very much of a thing where like, if you didn't, then like you got told on, and I was like, okay.
What?
No, it was like can I have a go? And then you're like, I guess. And then,
They would tell on you for not letting them.
yeah, and then
It's your property.
I know. But then you're like your aunts and uncles would come in and be like, why don't you give them a go?
Because it's not fucking his.
Pretty much.
Why don't you buy him one? Man, I mind in primary school we'd get those days where it was like you could like bring in shit.
I'll bring in shit.
Yeah, everyone brought in their Game Boys and everyone was like swapping games and stuff.
Yeah.
Not one person had like a game that wasn't based on a film or a cartoon or a TV show. Like I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
Like everyone's games were shit.
Yeah,
it was
everyone.
like, do you want to play Scooby Doo? I want to play Shrek 2.
Yo, Shrek 2 is a good game, okay?
It's not. On the Game Boy, it's not.
No, it was similar. It was similar for us. We had those days as well, but then we also everyone you'd sit and then everyone would like DS chat,
Oh, PictoChat.
PictoChat. Everyone would just like send messages to each other during lunch and be like, hee hee hee. I can't even remember what type of shit, but like.
No, see at that point, no, like 2 people in the class had a DS. Everyone still had their Game Boys, and I think like 1 person had a PSP.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, everyone just stuck with what they had for the longest time until it was not supported, I guess.
Yeah.
Or until they grew out. I feel like most of them just grew out of that stuff. I mean, if I was playing fucking Shrek 2 in the Game Boy Advance for years, I wouldn't want to play another game.
At that point, you'd be done with it. You'd be like,
all right, video games are shit. I don't want to play these anymore.
all video games are Shrek 2.
All video games are Shrek 2.
It's like, oh, have you played Bayonetta? It's Shrek 2. It's the same thing.
Shrek 2, same shit. No, but yeah, the Game Boy Advance.
See, I remember I played the shit out of it, but I don't remember what games I had on it.
I know a game you had on it just because if you found it like years ago, and I was like, I didn't even know they made a game of that.
Yeah.
It was fucking Lemony Snicket, Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh my god, yes.
And
I don't remember.
I was like, can't believe they made a game based on that.
See, I find
there was a fucking Spy Kids game on the Game Boy Advance, and I was like, I didn't know this existed.
Yo, I would have been all over that shit.
It was bad.
Yo.
Even as a kid, I was like, oh,
really?
that's shit. Yeah.
No, see, I can't remember what games I had on the Game Boy, but I found a couple. I found that Unfortunate Events one, but then I also found a Digimon fighting game for the Game Boy Advance. And I'm not gonna, from memory.
Is it a good one?
I don't know. Well, like, right, from memory, I'm like, it's pretty fun and neat for a thing on the Game Boy Advance, but I don't remember if it was actually good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I found the cartridge, and got a flash of like, like I remembered the game.
Did you miss out on Pokemon then on the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, my first Pokemon.
This is the best one.
No, my first.
I mean, that's disclaimer. That's maybe not true, but to me, they're the best ones.
No, right. My first Pokemon experience was Pokemon Diamond on the Nintendo DS, and I would argue it's the best one.
It's the one I've never played.
It's Gen 4 Pokemon. That shit's fucking great.
Is that the one with like the monkey and he's got like a hand on his tail?
No, wait. Well, yeah, okay. But the fire monkey's called Chimchar.
No, I remember the fire monkey. Yeah. No,
and then you got a little turtle called
like
Turtwig.
a purple monkey with like what?
Yeah, the
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then you had a little penguin who was water, and that was Piplup.
Yeah, that one's still about. Tom still gets around.
You make it sound as if like just sleeping around with everybody, but no,
don't go on Google Images.
the one you're talking about with it was a monkey and had a hand.
That was Gen 3.
Was that Gen 3?
Yeah.
It was definitely in the game, or was it?
Could have been. Man, you need to play. Have you started Soul Silver again?
Not yet. I have it.
So, I know you had. Do you want to tell the story about?
I mean, just shorten it.
Make it brief.
Make it brief. So I had Pokemon Soul Silver, and again, so I played Diamond first, and then I played Soul Silver, and I fucking loved that game.
Yeah,
I
that's the one
loved
everyone says is the best.
It's,
I don't agree, but like,
but it's definitely good.
yeah, no, it's good, but like,
It did shit where it's like, why have you not done that shit again? Because it was the first one that like let your Pokemon, like your Pokemon that was on the top of your thing,
follows you.
yeah, it follows you around, and it's like, why'd you
I forgot that.
why'd you take that out? But yeah, so I loved that game and played it a lot, like a lot. And then eventually I was dating someone at the time, and then they wanted to borrow it, and I was like, all right, okay. So I let them borrow it, and then shit goes south, and it's like, I think you should leave me alone.
Yeah.
No, right. So I wasn't mean. I wasn't mean, but like, broke up. But she didn't take it too well, and never spoke to her since.
She took Pokemon Soul Silver and flew off to Portugal.
Yeah, she took my Pokemon game. But yeah, for like years, I would always sit and be like, I just want my Pokemon Soul Silver again. And then like maybe 3 or 4 years would pass, and then I'd be like, would it be weird if I sent a message being like, can I have my Pokemon game back?
Yep.
But then thankfully, my best friend Cara was like, here you go, kid. He's a new copy. And I was like, oh, thank fuck.
You didn't have to mention that, but it was just going to be like, and you got it back again. Back in shockingly expensive. Even like a year on from since I bought it, it's went up by like a tenner.
I wish I still had, because whenever I first got it, I got the wee Pokewalker as well.
Do you not still have that?
I can't find it.
Oh.
Because if you had that as well, it would be like...
Oh! That's maybe why I'm having the problems I'm having with the game then. Because I'm having the hardest time. Because, right, so I started the game like 2014.
Yeah.
Still haven't finished it. I play it every now and then. But it's because, well, it's twice as long as a regular
because it's
Pokemon game. Two sets of tournaments or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to level up each of your Pokemon individually. And it takes for fucking ever. And I'm at a point where my characters are all at 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, alright, one more person that I have to go beat. Trainer Red. This is the final boss of the game. A piece of piss.
Yeah.
Went up and he throws out a fucking level 83 Pikachu. And I'm like, I have to spend actually like 30 hours grinding just to finish that one person. I'm
telling you now, the Pokewalker would not help.
Did it not?
I used it once as a gimmick and then never again.
Did it not help?
It did not help.
So
You literally just have to grind.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Pokemon X and Y is better than Soul Silver. I'm saying that now. I'm saying that now because it has XP share and it didn't take me fucking 50 hours to get where I'm at, which was mostly grinding because like fuck am I filling out that Pokédex?
No. Oh, I never do that. I'd always have fun and just like play how the Pokemon I wanted. But see that like catch every Pokemon, I'm like, nah.
That's something you do after you finish the game if you really want.
If you really want to, I was like, nah, I'm kind of.
I got all the ones I wanted.
Yeah, I caught these ones because I thought they were neat. That one, nah, you keep it.
You keep it.
But yeah.
You don't want to grind for me in Pokemon?
No, never again. Oh my god. I mean, for the newest one, Sword, I didn't feel like I had to grind. I was having fun literally just going around the wild area because you'd bump into random Pokemon and like some of the older ones, and it was like a bit nostalgic being like, I remember you. That was the first Pokemon game where I properly was like, I'm going to try catch as many as I can. I caught like maybe 3/4 of them, and then I finished the game. I was like, no, I don't really feel the need to complete the whole thing. And
you have to do some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
To get every Pokemon, like you have to know where to go and what time of day, and like
there's like you have to change the date on your Switch at certain times. So because it'd be like change your date on your Switch to a certain whatever date, so the weather's on a certain way, so that you can go to a certain location at a certain time to get the Pokemon. And that's why it's like
I want to catch them all, Professor Oak.
No, that's why it's like I never fucking bothered with that shit. I was like, no, the ones that come up, they're the ones I'm gonna catch. I don't care.
Yeah.
But with Sword, I didn't feel like I had to grind once until there was one point. I was steamrolling everybody. Then at one point, I was like, oh, now I have to grind. And then they kind of put a halt to the game, and I was like, oh, okay. Which is why I don't feel the need to buy the expansion, because it's like I've got what I've wanted out of this.
Is XP sharing that?
Oh yeah.
That needs to be like retroactively patched in every
This
game.
time it's not like in X and Y. It was you could turn it off or on. In Sword, it's just always on.
Why wouldn't you want it always on?
I'm just telling you, like it's always like it's not even a thing called an XP share anymore. There's no item. It just automatically does it. Point is, XP share is not an item anymore. It's just automatically there. It just automatically gives everyone XP.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking play. Because I replayed Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy Color. I have it downloaded on the 3DS.
Yeah.
And yeah, grinding each individual Pokemon.
It takes
it's a
while.
nightmare. Even then, because half the time it's like you're not gonna be using that full team because you have to get one shitty Pokemon that you use as your TM/HM bitch.
Oh, they've got rid of that in Sword and Shield.
Have they?
Like you can give TMs, but HMs. Like you don't have to teach Pokemon Fly. You don't have to do Cut. You don't have to do any shit like that.
Oh, that sounds good though.
No, there's like little improvements, but it's just like for our next like it's not what. It's like a half a step towards what everybody wanted it to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I just want one that looks good.
There's better looking games on the Switch.
Make it look like Dragon Quest.
Literally.
It's on the Switch.
Like, and even this whole thing about the animations, there's no reason.
No,
like,
they were like always spent a lot of time and money working on the animations, and then someone like checked and was like, "These are just the same animations from the 3DS game."
Yeah.
You just imported them over.
Then I saw some people trying to be like, "Oh, but what are they called? Game Freak." Game Freak, they're a small studio. They don't have a lot of people down.
Backed by a multi-billion corporation.
No, literally, if the Pokemon company just wanted to give them more money so that they could hire more people,
yeah,
it would be fine.
Problem solved. And even then, see if the next one is the same.
Oh yeah.
So I see if people defending it being like, "Oh well, how did they make all these Pokemon and all?" I was like, right. So if the next game is the exact same, because at this point all the animations are done more or less.
Mm-hmm.
If the next one's the same shit, then you're fucking wrong.
No, yeah, 100%. The only reason I feel as if I have a better opinion on Pokemon Sword because I didn't pay for it. I just played my brother's copy.
Yeah, that shit's like £50.
That's what it'd be. Like I feel like if I had spent £50 on it, I would have been a bit more like, but I played it for free, so like.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would you say Pokemon's like your favorite? Maybe not at the minute, but like when you were a kid, was that like your favorite game?
For
franchise?
sure. Whenever I was a kid, for sure. Because like again, I didn't really have that many games because I didn't know about games. So a game like Pokemon, where you have to spend so long grinding, I had nothing else to play, so I was just like, I do not mind putting all my time into Pokemon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a. Fuck yeah, they really are kids games, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're good. I mean,
some of them are.
I mean, some of them, but
my favorite franchise was Sonic. Moving on. No, I played. I think I like Sonic mainly because the cartoon.
Yeah.
Sonic X.
Oh yeah, I watched that shit.
Yeah, I think everyone did.
My favorite franchise though was Shadow.
Shut up.
That's why we're the opposites.
Yeah, I remember watching the cartoon and being like, "Oh, there's all these Sonic games." Like I thought the cartoon came first, and I was like, "Oh, all these Sonic games." I played Sonic Heroes at one of my cousins, or like a demo of it. I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I don't know what I'm doing though. This is too complicated for me." But then Sonic Advance 3 for the Game Boy Advance came out, and I asked for that for my like 7th or 8th birthday. And I remember being at school, being like, staring at the clock, being like, "Oh, can't wait to go home. Can't wait to go home. Gonna play my game. Can't wait to go home." And I got it, and I played the shit out of that game. Like, that's my most played Game Boy Advance game.
Oh no, for sure. Because I can even remember, like, playing it. Like you've given me, your Game Boy before and be like, play this level, and then it takes me like 5 to 6 minutes, and then you're like, watch.
30 seconds.
I'm like, what the fuck?
See, the thing is, I remember playing it. Like, it's not. I wouldn't even say it's a good game. There's a lot of trial and error bullshit, but I know the game
In and out.
in and out to the point where I can just avoid all that bad
Yeah.
shit. But like, I played that like non-stop for like at least 3 years
Yeah.
straight. Like, I had other Game Boy games, but like, I always just come back to playing that one.
No, that was my Pokemon. Like that's the one I just
Yeah.
like.
Partly because in in the game, you know the wee like the wee blue boys, the wee like
Oh
the
yeah,
wee
yeah, yeah.
chows.
Yeah.
There's like they're scattered about all the levels, and you have to collect them all to be able to get like the final boss and shit.
Mm.
Years. It took years. Like, no access to the internet, so no guides.
Yeah.
Took me fucking years to find them all. I pray my like save never gets deleted.
Yeah.
Or never like dies or whatever, because like I'll never be able to.
Oh, you'll never do it again.
Well, without a guide anyway.
Oh,
maybe with a guide.
But I find
But-
whenever like shit like your thing gets lost, your save gets lost, I lose motivation to do it again.
No, yeah, same. Especially if it's like something I was halfway doing,
Yeah.
because then I'm like,
No. Oh, looks like I'll never play this again.
the first time. Do you want to know the first time that's happened to me was? It was the first game where I got like save data corrupted with was the fucking Family Guy game on the PS2. I was like near the end of the game and all,
Yeah.
and then it fucking got corrupted, and I was just like, no. I remember it being like bullshit hard,
Mhm.
like really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, usually that's the sort of thing that would make me stop playing a game, but it's like, why the fuck did I stick with that?
No, I know what you mean. That's kind of me with at the minute right now with Astral Chain. Like I've completed the game and I'm just doing the post thing now, but the post side missions are so fucking hard, like so fucking hard that like I legit have to like walk away from it and not touch it for like 3 days. To be like,
Really?
no, because there was one I was stuck on for so long, and I finished it yesterday, and I literally just like, literally like yes, real cringy moment of like, yes, I beat the game,
I did it.
I did it, I accomplished nothing with my
I've
life.
accomplished nothing.
But then Sean just kind of looked at me as if like, are you okay? I was like, it was hard, it was really hard. Trust me. He's like, okay. I only realized the other day it's almost been a year since I've been playing it, and I like.
Oh my god, is that game a year old already?
It's definitely almost been a year,
I still haven't got around to getting it.
but it's like, it's definitely my most played game on the Switch because I'll always, play it, like always play it, even to the fact that I'm still playing it, and then after I do.
Well, I think it's partly because you still got shit to do.
Yeah, but it's like I've done enough of all the post game stuff that I'd be happy to leave it, but I'm just having. It's the fact that I have a hack and slash game on the Switch and I can like sit in my room and play it. That's like I'm loving, because as a kid that's what I always wanted. See, even like playing the Game Boy or like the DS, I'd always be like a game.
You wish you had like a full 3D game,
Yeah, like I wish I had a Bayonetta type game on my handheld.
or even just like a console quality game.
Yeah.
See, that's why I went with a PSP instead
Mhm.
of a DS. I wish I didn't. There were some games like that, but for the most part, it was all like RPGs and shit that I, especially at that time, was not into.
No.
Like, I just wanted to play fucking God of War or whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
No, it's really different. It's like, unless you're introduced to like RPGs or like JRPGs, or what they are,
Yeah.
and if you just pop into one randomly, you're not gonna enjoy it.
That's very true. Also, you just reminded me of something. If there's any DS games you still want,
Yeah.
or PSP or Game Boy Advance games, get them now, because they're already shooting up in price, especially the good ones.
Shit.
If there's a good game,
Yeah, it's going on.
it's at least £20.
Right, I'm gonna actually have to. I'll take a wee look to see.
Because a game I already have, I don't know if I'm going to play it,
Mm-hmm.
is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII on the PSP. It's a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. I got it with like maybe 3 years ago. I bought a bundle of a PSP and then a handful of games because my old PSP is broken.
Yeah.
It was like £40 in total, and it came with Crisis Core. I looked up recently because I remember the game. It was like it's maybe worth like £4 or £5.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's worth like 30. I don't know what the fuck happened.
What
The second-hand price for that game is shut the fuck up.
Do you know what it probably is? It's also probably due to the remake.
Yeah, I'd say it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised the remake didn't try to incorporate.
It kind of has.
Oh, did it?
It's got aspects of it.
I didn't know that.
There's a whole thing about the remake. There's no point.
No, there's no point.
Bring it up
Like
now.
that's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a load of PSP games I want to try and get a hold of.
Oh.
There's a couple that are just like too far gone now, like Persona.
No.
The Persona remake is like fucking £80.
No, at that point you're just kind of like, I'll not experience it.
Yeah, I mean, like you can play them all on emulators, like if
Oh,
you want,
yeah.
but like something about having the actual thing is nice.
Put them on the Switch.
Or remaster them and put them on the fucking PlayStation.
Well, that one would be easier to do, to be fair. So why not?
You were talking about like playing Astral Chain and like it being rage inducing. And can you remember like the first time you played a game and were like proper like, because everyone, even when they play games as a kid especially, you get to that moment where you like you scream,
Yeah.
like you fuck up, or like the game's just the game's too hard for you,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what the no, and then like you want to throw the controller across, like you throw the controller or the Game Boy across the room.
I was that kid where like I didn't throw it across because I didn't want to get into trouble, so I would just kind of be shaking about in my chair like, oh no.
But would you like shout and all?
I would, but in that, do you know that kid way where it's like you're shouting but you're doing it quietly, like, I swear to God, I hate it, and then like someone would walk in and be like, are you okay? And I'd be like, yeah. Like I never properly shouted.
I don't know if I definitely would have once or twice. See, I never threw the controllers because they're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to break that shit.
I'd throw them at like my bed.
Oh yeah,
like
like
a pillow area.
That or like set it down and be like, because if I broke that shit, one, I was getting in trouble, and two,
I wouldn't be getting another one.
No, that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not breaking that shit. People who like break controllers, you've anger issues.
You have serious anger issues.
But no, yeah, I can remember. I can't remember the first time because I was gonna say it earlier on, but I forgot. Definitely Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, like
as a kid, like, fuck me.
As a kid.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Yeah.
I played Simpsons Hit and Run for the first time in years, like a few months ago, like just before the lockdown and all that. That game is fucking piss boiling.
Yeah.
Like, I was like trying so hard not to shout because I was like, I'm a grown ass man. I can't do that anymore. But I was like, oh, I need to turn it off. I'm done.
Yeah.
Because that game is designed like until like when you get to a certain point, it's designed so fucking poorly that it's actually impossible to do, like to complete a mission without getting like pure luck. Because half the time it's like the AI drivers and cars are like different every time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll be out of your way and all that, but sometimes they'll be completely in your way and it'll fuck you up completely.
Yeah.
And they always give you like the bare minimum time. So like there's a time limit to almost every fucking mission.
No.
But the time limit's like there's no leeway. It's like
you make one mistake.
If you do a perfect run, you're still gonna get there like as a split second before it hits 0.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, the clock is bullshit in that game.
No, I remember because I've never went back to it, but I remember I never beat the game. But as a kid, I got to a certain point, and it was that I couldn't beat one race, and I just never touched it again.
Me, a grown ass adult, couldn't beat the fucking game.
Yeah.
I can beat Devil May Cry 3 on hard. I can't beat the fucking Simpsons Hit and Run.
I was trying to actually think what was the first proper rage inducing, because the thing with Astral Chain, I get so angry at it, but I understand it's a skill thing. Like, it's just the game. The bosses are so fucking hard.
There's a difference when it's like
when it's like, right, I need to get better.
Yeah, I need to get better. No, that's a different type.
That's a different thing. But then, like with games like that, where it's like
Oh, it's out of your control completely.
it's just what
It's
it is.
just-
But I can't remember. Apart from The Simpsons, like I'm trying to think of a couple times like playing Halo 3 online. I definitely fucking like, you know, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were playing earlier, and even then I was shouting,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was like, it was more for like an adrenaline thing.
Yeah, for
Whereas
sure.
like you're so close to getting something, like literally like a split second from a kill, but then you get killed, and it's like, fuck. But it's not out of like actual rage. It's just
No,
like
no.
you need to quickly vent and
Yeah.
then move on. It's like getting flicked in the nuts. It's like, ow!
I can't even remember. Just the one that sticks out in the head is The Simpsons.
The Ratchet and Clank remake, the final boss of it.
I remember beating that game, but I don't remember the final boss.
I just remember because this is a problem with all the Ratchet and Clank games. They're challenging but not too hard.
Mm.
But then the final boss is always something fucking bullshit, and it's like you never have enough ammo to finish it unless you like never miss a shot.
Uh-huh.
But that final boss, I remember it just getting under my skin. It wasn't even a case, like it didn't feel like a case of skill. It was just like out of my control sort of thing. Like it felt like poor design,
Yeah.
and I remember just like fuck that, and then deleting it. Like I never finished it because I was just like, this is not worth it. Like what am I going to get out of it? A shitty cutscene that I can just watch on YouTube? Fuck that, I'm out.
No. I just remembered like another time I raged, and this is probably like I got Batman Arkham Asylum, right? And I was playing it for the first time. And this was like one of the first times I was playing a game with like, you know, it was a 3D game where camera am I trying words
A game where you have to control the camera
in the character. So this is like me trying to get used to it. And I remember I raged so hard because I got maybe like into the second mission, and I literally just had to go to a room, but I couldn't figure out where I was going, and I just ended up getting lost in Arkham. And then I was like properly getting really angry and frustrated because I'd spent like a good couple of hours just going in circles, being like, where am I supposed to go? Where the fuck am I supposed to go? So I quit it, deleted it, I took the disc out. I didn't even try playing it again for another 2 years, and I stuck it in again. And whenever I got to the same part, I was like, this better not be bullshit. This better not be bullshit. 2 years later, I just kind of looked up and saw the waypoint. I was like, oh.
I was gonna say it's so hard to get lost in that game.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I just had a. If I just looked up, and then I would have. That's embarrassing.
Or even pressed the map button.
No, literally,
and
yeah.
then like it tells you where to go.
It's like, oh, that was. Yeah, I'm dumb. Then I beat the game and I enjoyed it, but like, it took me 2 years to calm down to play it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See that I thought that was gonna be the same hit and run.
Yeah.
It fucking wasn't. Fucking wasn't. Game was horseshit.
But like, I love those really hard games like in the likes of Astral Chain and stuff, where it's so hard, but whenever you beat like a hard boss, you feel this like.
Oh yeah, because half the time like the tools are there, and then
you just have to use them properly.
Yeah, no, those games are usually like skill based.
Yeah.
Like the Devil May Cry and all that.
Yeah, same with that one. It's like
Devil May Cry 3 fucking hard as shit, but like I kept playing it because it was fun and it felt like you were getting better every time. So like the game makes you feel like you're improving.
That, and whenever you pull off like some dope anime shit, like fuck, I love it. Because Astral Chain, one of the muscle kind of ghost thing that you have, you can do an input and it essentially does like an aura, and I like
the punches from JoJo.
Yeah. So I like to finish off a boss, if I know like the next punch is going to hit it, I'll like lock him in place and then do the order and be like order.
Save the best for last.
Yeah. Then PS4 marked the end of playing Halo online with each other and stuff, and like.
Oh yeah, like I didn't. Like Xbox 360, I was online and talking to someone through Xbox Live like every fucking day.
Yeah.
And then PS4, literally like the only friend I have on it is you.
No, I'm the same. That's it. I also feel as if out of the ones that at the time at school are the ones that we play at Xbox with, we were the only two that got PlayStations.
Were we?
I remember, like, no, I'm pretty sure we were the only two at the time that got PlayStations. Yeah.
No, I'm sure everyone got like a PlayStation later then.
Oh yeah, bound to have, like, but whenever it was like first talked about, of like, what are you getting? And
I remember being very vocal because I was someone that wasn't like a fanboy of a console.
yeah.
Because I was like, is no one listening to this? He said you have to be online all the time to play your games, and you can't buy used games, and you can't let a friend borrow a game.
Yeah.
Like and the Kinect stares at you and records you 24/7.
Like, no, but at the very start, it was so black and white.
It was so black
and white to which one was better.
Yeah, to the point where it's like, if you went with an Xbox, you're a fucking idiot.
Literally. I do miss those like Xbox 360 days where it was like,
yeah, I need to get
time.
online friends.
But fuck me, remember we used to play Fall of Cybertron all the time?
Oh, the Transformers game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that multiplayer was really good.
Yeah.
To the point where there's rumours of them doing that online only multiplayer game.
Really?
They haven't said if it's like a Fortnite clone or not, but like, if that's like really cheap and it is on the same level, like if it's as good as Fall Cybertron's multiplayer,
Yeah.
then I might.
I'd be
Might
interested.
try it.
Yeah.
On PC though, I'm not paying for online
No, fuck that shit.
to play.
Because see the thought of like driving about in the car, then turning into a robot and like
And then like meleeing someone,
Yeah.
like, hitting someone, and then turning back into a car and driving
like
the fuck
get
away.
away, or like the scene with a plane, or like fuck, I loved that game so much.
Yeah, there's no way of playing that fucking unless you paid for Xbox Live.
No.
I think I need to get a new hard drive for the PS3 soon.
Mm.
Because I remember when that like everything like rebooted and shit. I was
Yeah.
like, I was looking up what the problem was. Because my PS3 hard drive then wiped itself completely.
Mm-hmm.
But someone was saying, "Oh, the hard drive's dying. You need to get a new hard drive." And I was like, "Fuck! How long do these last? These not last that long?"
You'd like to think they would, but
Because I feel like, do external hard drives work with them? Because I might just
I
buy
never thought about that.
I might just buy an external hard drive and for each of them.
Yeah.
Like a terabyte one would do everything.
Oh my, for sure.
Not even. I could just get a 500 gig for both.
It would be fine.
It'd be grand.
It would be fine. So you were downloading fucking Halo 3 earlier, and it was what, 3 gig?
Yeah. That's just for the multiplayer. I think
I know
total,
that is.
but that's for the PC version with like all the like uncompressed textures and shit. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, I think Halo 3 in total is like 3 gigabyte in the 360 anyway.
Which is insane to think about.
I think we'll end it there. It's not the best way to end it, but like this is episode 1.
Yeah.
If anyone has finished the end of this,
You suck.
no, I was going to congratulate them for
Oh,
like
yeah. Oh.
their amazing endurance skills.
Oh, okay.
Because
You still suck.
we'll be back with one of these soon-ish,
Yeah.
maybe. Depends on how long I get this one done. Can you edit through Audacity?
I don't see why not. It's just.
Oh, well, it
Taking
needs to
it.
be a video anyway to be uploaded.
Right.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Can probably do it in iMovie, or not iMovie, Movie Maker.
Oh yeah, because it'll just be a matter of chopping up.
Yeah, we should stop now before we make it any
Oh yeah,
worse.
it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It'll just be us continually being like, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.